Welcome back, survivors. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return Jurassic Park Hunter Legends. I guess I'm just going to call it Jurassic Park Hunter Legends 2. I mean, that seems to be kind of the implications from the title screen here. But this week, okay. We're still going through our kind of map tour, so next is going to be Isla Nublar, and I still feel like I want to try the Tyrannosauruses. One of the things that's... would the rifle, or would be better take... I'd actually better try that. Like, one of the things about the Rex is that they're supposed to be slowed down, so they're going to be easier, or supposedly easier to hunt when you're, like, just on your own 2 feet. Now, the female Tyrannosaurus, we seem to know for sure it's the eye for the mortal zone. The male one, I'm still trying to figure that out. Last episode, we got one down. It seemed to be more like the snoutish area, I think? Again, I'm not 100% sure, so this might be a lot of us just test or trial and error. Error meaning we get eaten a lot. But it does also seem kind of fitting to go after the Rexes on Nublar, even though it only should have been 1 Rex, but regardless, we're trying to grind those points up to do the Site X challenge. We may even start using that just to, like, farm points to then take on the full challenge, just because it should be one of the best maps to try to, well, maybe do that. One of the things, though, is that there are traps in place on the eye on that map, so, we'll have to see how we do. But yeah, we're going to do Nublar for another T-Rex hunt and just kind of see how it goes. I guess I can do the potions I have, so yeah, we'll try this, see how we fare. And if nothing else, you guys get to see me get ripped apart. Everybody wins in some way. Let's hop into a brand new hunt. Okay, so we're all loaded in now. I'm going to take the SMG to start. Just because, again, this is one of your spray and pray weapons. And we kind of need that just depending on what we encounter. Like, if we're able to find a... Oh! Hello, Brachiosaur. I guess you guys do just, like, spawn as... Okay, that's just you moving. I guess they do just spawn as ambient animals now. Because most times they were a little bit more restricted on where you'd find them. I don't think you actually would have seen one in this area before. I might be completely mistaken, too. Alright, God, I really hope that maybe there's a little minor update or tweak that Tormer might put out. Just, like, even if you have, like, the male-female icon on, like, the call picture, just so that we kind of know what you're actually trying to call in. Because I don't think both of them would actually reply to just the single call. Well, we'll start on Nublar, just going back up to the main area, and then try to figure out where we want to branch off to from there. Alright, just the ambience. Nah, we'll leave you be. Like, I forget that these guys are actually like a huntable animal now, because, well, look how close we just got to them. That's the kind of thing that I think makes or would make a great, like, starting animal for anybody who picks up Jurassic Park Hunter Legends 2. Like, if you haven't played the first one and you are just trying from scratch again, I think it's going to be a much smoother introduction and teaching using the Pachycephalosaur than a Parasaur had been. I never understood why, for, like, a lot of carnivores, to make the first animal super sensitive, but the only thing you have to hunt it with is a pistol. It just never... It was one of those things, just did not add up properly. It's like 1 + 1 = 3. Something's not quite right there. Oh, what's that? Oh, just a sign. Okay, yeah, let's get to the main part of Nublar. And then we'll kind of see where I want to go from there. Like, the thing about the Rexes is I don't know how speedy they are on, like, ground level. The Bull Rex we encountered was up on the mountainside, and I think he already picked us up. So I want to see just how fast or slow they are with this iteration of the mod. And this is familiar again. Now, we did quite a few hunts on Nublar. Surprisingly enough, we never really found anything spawn around this area, which, for, like, as big and flat and open as it is, you'd think you would have at least had one. Well, I guess we kind of scared something into the area. Okay, so where would be the best place to go? We can actually go through the gate. So that's a solid object. And I don't want to try calling the Rexes because it might be best to keep them from knowing where we are as like more of a control to see how speedy they could be. Or slow. Again, Oh. Okay, Okay, well, you're probably going to clip through the fence there, because that's what you That's what the previous incarnation of you did. Oh! Okay, yeah, so they have been slowed down a lot, and aside from her head being impaled on the fencing here, that's the female Rex, or Rexy. And I gotta say, it does feel nice to have a spray and pray weapon for, like, Mortal Zone mods. It's one of the ones where... I mean, I was saying I'll probably do a discussion video regarding that. You know what, there are a number of discussion videos I actually want to do. Like, one of the ones for carnivores, though, is that Mortal Zones have to be closely tied to the weapon roster. If not, then they're not really going to work or feel... They're going to feel punishing. If they have, like... Okay, let me try to organize my thoughts, because this is an absolute train wreck of a disaster right now. Say you have a weapon like this, and say you have mortal zones that are small, like on the Rex here. That works, because you have a volume of fire to keep trying around for that little spot. But now say you only have, like, this bow, and that tight mortal zone. If the bow is inaccurate, it's going to feel super punishing and frustrating trying to use it on a small mortal zone. And that's where I think you have to kind of watch, if you were going to be like in the developer's position, how accurate weapons are and how tight and constrained mortal zones are. Because realistic-wise, yeah, you would have vitals being kind of contained or smaller or hard to hit. But gameplay-wise, you have to think of too. I think version 2, or like Jurassic Park Hunter Legends 2, has definitely done a good job addressing that, where the first Hunter Legends was a bit harsher with the mortal zones and your accuracy. This one feels a bit more rewarding to you, or like you're not so punished for how the mortal zones can be. I think also the crosshair for hipfire stuff is a big difference too. How's that? Oh, no, just Galmimus. Okay, you know what? Let's go through the fence over here, because this is an area where it's busted through. So we've gotten one female Rex so far, and I don't know where to try for, like, other stuff. Like, Nublar is actually a weird map, just trying to think of landmark-wise. I think going this way... Actually, you know what? Maybe I'm not going to run, because that might be a bad idea with how sensitive Rexes are. I'm going to try to keep to more flat and openish areas. Like, the Bull Rex, I still am not entirely certain where the mortal zone is. Okay, just Galmimus. I just kind of saw the butt end of it, so I wasn't sure if it was a galley or a raptor. When you're looking up the arse end of something, sometimes things look very similar. Yeah, like, speaking of landmark-wise, I guess this is supposed to be, like, almost emulate how the, first movie had that one area that doesn't... Very low foliage, not a lot of trees, and the Brachiosaur was more, like, on display and showcased. At least I'm wondering if that's what this kind of area is meant to represent, just because, like, not a lot of plant life here. And we'll just go across here quick. I wonder if I should... You know, I'm going to try a couple calls, just to see. Okay, nothing at all. Let's try the other one. Also, nothing at all. Okay, that's not exactly a good sign, because it means there's nothing really close by, and it means everything is probably in more dense foliage. Like, probably hidden away, so we're not really going to be able to see it. Until we're probably a little too close for comfort. Seems like a lot of the Hunter Legends episodes, like for these past weeks, have been where the maps feel oddly lacking or empty in a way. Like, the dinosaurs, I guess, have to be spawning in just way off areas. Like, Nublar is one I've always had kind of poor luck on, because I'll admit, I'm scared to go into some of the more dense areas of, like, the forest and that. You don't have good line of sight, and it is very rugged. Those two things add up to be very difficult to hunt in any sense of the word. Yeah, I'm gonna have to really change up where I've been going around to try to hunt, because this is, well, basically just did a circle to the hatchery again. Okay, so then that means I'm probably going to want to work my way south here, and then probably out over to the east. And just go completely east. Either that, or go back to the road by the gate. I might actually have to check the options as well. Maybe I have the density not quite up where I usually keep it. Oh, compy. Nothing else, okay. I was like, even for the ambient animals, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of them around. Well, I say that, but then there's Geostenbergia to kind of contradict me. Maybe I just have it set at its default option. Okay, but yeah, we got the female just right over there. So let's get to the road and then just follow that along. And also keep an eye out in the distance with the binoculars, because you never know what's out there. Okay, just another galley. No, Stegosaurus. Not exactly what I was expecting. And maybe I'll have... Wait, where's the Uzi pistol? There it is, just in case. I don't think he'll go, bloodthirsty on us. Yeah, he's just going to run off. But just in case, because I don't know what animals might have been changed to be a little bit more aggressive or defensive in the mod. I know the Triceratops is one that's supposedly gotten a bit more of a testosterone boost, so they might come running after you a bit more than anything else. Or, well, more than they used to. I shouldn't say anything else. Nah, we'll leave you be. Like I say, I'm not in the mood right now just to, take down anything I see. I'm going to focus more on saving the ammo for Rexes or actual dangers. Okay, but here's where... You know what? This might not be a bad spot to try calling in a Rex. I think because if it is in the trees, we might see it on its way out. So we'll see about if there's any replies from Spot here. No, I don't think so. I think that was ambient, so we'll try the other Rex. Again, I think that was just ambience. God, this is kind of unnerving. Like, you know there are Rexes somewhere on the map, but for as big as they are incredibly hard to find. And the only way to seem to find them is going into areas where you are not exactly at the advantage. I guess we'll make our way over for the dock. That's the only thing I can think of to try maybe aiming for is, a heading. Stick to the road, just be careful and keep our ears open. But I am genuinely surprised how hard it has been for the past few weeks just to reliably find animals. Okay, well, we're up high again, just Gallimimus. Nothing else. Don't hear anything either. Thought I did for a moment. Oh, come on. Oh, this is one area of the map that feels like it might be in due for a little bit of smoothing, just of how, like, rough and horrible the road is. But, man, this is... Yeah, I didn't think I'd run into these troubles. Trying to find a giant predator like a Rex. Well, lo and behold, they are doing a good job of not being found. I guess I really gotta go into where I do not want, which is right into the woods there. Oh, an explosive barrel. Although, technically... Not sure what happened to the top of it. Looks like it's sunken in quite a bit. Yeah, I guess I just ought to go into the jungle a bit to try to see anything. Gun at the ready, and we'll just approach with caution, keep our senses open and ready. And don't be afraid to panic and shoot at anything that moves. Well, what have we all seen so far this episode? The Pachycephalosaur, the female Rex, the Stego, and I think that's been it for animals. Well, I mean, roster animals. We've seen a number of the ambient all around. Speaking of, there's a Galley, a Geo. I wonder if they get spawned on... You know, that hit me. I mean, is it possible? Like, I think one of the episodes I did on Jurassic Park Hunter Legends, like the first mod, we got spawned up in that one little, like, craterish area to the very north. And we had, like, 3 Rexes in that, like, surrounding area. I wonder if something like that's been happening. Where they're just getting spawned into this little pocket area that's far off from anything else. It's like, so far... I haven't had any calls, like, back to me, nor have I seen anything. This is so weird. Like, what is going on with these? No replies, haven't had any sightings. Female Velociraptor, though, which I actually... I might want to even try taking you out. Yeah, just in case. I have a feeling this is one of those cases of, if I left it alone, it would have caused problems later on. I think, actually, that might be what we'll do next episode, is when we're going back to Sorna, just to, like, do the map tour, we'll go to Sorna and just go after the Velociraptors, maybe the Dilophosaur. It is somewhere in the snout. Snout or jaw. Either way, you can at least take him down if he's coming right at you. But I am kind of glad that I did go after that raptor then. I don't know if he would have popped out without that going off. And that's a... oh, just galley. Okay, I was trying to figure out why it wasn't moving. But yeah, there's our Bull Rex. No animations on him for, like, just being tranquilized, surprisingly. I'm gonna go take a look at the other raptor then. Does that have animations or not? Because I think certain animals that are tranquilized in the mod do have, like, a sleep animation. So she should be just... oh, yeah, up there. Well, at least I can say we actually got one of each Rex this episode. And then, yeah, next we'll do the small carnivores on Sorna, see how they do, and then we'll probably start exploring a bit of Site X. Yeah, you do have animations for sleeping. So I wonder why the Rex doesn't. Huh. Well, we won't go too much further, just because I don't want to lose the points, and... I mean, we seem to have covered a fair amount of ground. Just want to scan. Okay, doesn't seem like anything. I thought I heard a footstep, and you know what? Considering how my luck's been, maybe I'll actually just head back to the menu from here. Although... maybe I'll just get out to the waterish area here, and then I can get a nice look around and then see. Oh, another galley out there. We'll try a couple calls and just see if I can bring one in. Okay, nothing from that call. You're not a Rex. You don't need to be making noise. Yeah, I got nothing replying. So we're going to head back menu, and I'll check that density setting, but we actually got some points this episode. Not a lot, but still a little something. Okay, we're back in the menu here, so let's just take a little back and options. Why is... oh, that... I think I know what happened, and that explains why it's been so hard hunting. I had it sent all the way down low when I was hunting the Spino. I just completely forgot to bring it back up. No wonder this has been such a slog. I am sorry, guys. That's why we haven't been hunting as well as we could have. Oh, so that's probably been every week. That explains it. Okay, well, it's definitely going to be a much different story next week when we go on to Isla Nublar for, like, this loadout. And then, again, Site X is going to be one. I'm going to probably be a little bit slower on. My guess is I'd probably not take the sniper or the bow. And I have to do a little bit of exploring myself, because as it said, there are traps in place that will make it hard to get through to the end of the mod. But yeah, we'll end this episode here. I apologize about that. I should have double-checked that. I had it set to low because of the Spinosaurus hunts. When I carried the save file over, I assumed I had set it back up to full. That's my bad. My apologies there. So, thank you guys for joining me on this episode of Jurassic Park Hunter Legends 2. It's going to be much different going forward, but thank you guys again if you did stick around for, like, the hiccups on these first few episodes. If you have enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, or just want to say how stupid I am for missing that, let me know in the comments down below. And until I see you all next video, though, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.